Hi everyone, the sun is above me because it's in the afternoon here. Okay, so I've just finished making my 3 boho grunge printable packs, and I thought I'm going to make, I told you I'd be working with them. I'm sure that you've actually seen them. They're just grunge. I've printed them out on A4, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a folded book. So this book is, I bought, the idea came when I actually bought a book. It's on scripts and things, so you'll see that soon. It's a beautiful book. Anyway, when it came from the UK, it was in this you know, folded cardboard, and I went, oh wow, that's cool. I just love the idea of that. So I thought what I would make is a kind of a bigger version, obviously, of my my little flip books. Yeah, so it's going to be a bigger version of that, and I'm going to use my yellow, the golden papers. But what I have done is I printed out a sketch first on the paper, and then I printed again with one of my printables over the top, so you can actually see that it's just given it, you know, texture and color and so forth. So I'm going to be utilizing some of that, some of many other bits and pieces, as we always do when I create. But the first thing I would like to do is probably get some PVA glue and just cover my cardboard. There's my little gold piece. I was going to do that mandala, which I still will do. Cover this over however you want. Now you can do it well, however you want it to look, really. And obviously you don't need my papers to do this. You could use anything. I stapled them together and so I wouldn't get confused. Okay, because when I come from inside the house and out, I get slightly confused what I said I was going to do and what so let's just see. Obviously you can zoom along here. You can or you can watch. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to show you. So this one here is printed, it's much oranger. Yeah, this is printed with a white background. This is printed on yellow paper. So you can get a lot of much stronger and different coloured formats printing on the orange paper, yellow paper I should say. So what I think I'll do is I'm going to put those two maybe there, and down the front. Oh, I love this one. This is like, looks like someone's rubbed it back. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll put that one there, and maybe I'll put that one there. Alright, well, whichever way it goes, I'm going to take the edges off anyway. So I won't do that on cam. I'll just get I'm going to take some of the edges off before I glue down. And really, what I'm going to do, I should show you exactly. So if there was 2 of these and I joined them together, and that's how I wanted the base, I'm going to definitely leave probably, you know, just, I've got the ruler out, 15 mil so that it flips over. 15 mil of the colour. Doesn't matter when it's, you know, because I can cover that over, that white bit. So 15 mil there, and this is perfect. It's just absolutely perfect. This this size box is, if you're in centimeters, it's 27 deep. no, long. That way. Yeah, 27 centimeters. Now, do I know what that is in inches? I don't believe I have an inch ruler. I need one of my IKEA rulers. Actually, I might go and get that and just see whether there's inches. I think IKEA has inches. Oh, here we go, there's inches. What, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 and a half. So it's about 10 and a half inches. All right. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to first cover this with my printables, and I'm going to decide which one I want, you know, whether I want them to be the same coming in or whether I want them to be coming this way and split, you know, with two patterns. So I don't know that I need to do that on here, but what I will do though is I will measure this piece of cardboard in inches and centimeters and write it down so I can give it to you. All right, be back. Okay, so I just thought I'd come back. I'd come back and first of all tell you that it's 18 inches, this long piece of cardboard, by 10 and a half. Okay, so it fits perfectly inside that A4, you know, print paper, copy paper that you print on. Now, what I've done is I have utilized that picture and the print over the top of the picture, the drawing. So I'm just gluing that down nice and firmly. But thought I'd show you how I do the corners, and you probably do them maybe the same way. But I just cut them on the side so that they're angled, because this is going to have another piece of cardboard over, another piece of paper over the top of it, and this here can just fold up like so. I probably will cut this here at the moment because I haven't quite finished doing that. So that's just a matter of pressing down, and then on the other side, which is the flip side, the bit that goes folds over, just press that down rather firmly. Like so. Of course it's a camera, so it's not going to work on the camera. It's going to be painful. That's okay. I'll go back to that in a second. Make sure it's glued down. So on this one I glued down this half. This is the bit that flips over the top, and I actually want that underneath. I don't want it on the top. You can have it because I want to do work on here. So this bit here, so this is an A4, this is one of your copy sheets, and I've glued it down so that it goes just over, just under that bit, and then here where I've folded it, I've cut the corners off, as you can see. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fold that in and that in like so, and the same, they are going to be glued on down there. I might have to get my little clamps out to hold things in place. On this day it's a bit warm, so just put some clamps on to make sure that they stay in place. If you don't have little clamps, just use pegs. my favourite, goodness gracious, I've got it. My favourite thing in the world, pegs. They hold just as well. So you could peg those down and wait for them to dry up a little bit. Like so. Right. And then I'm just going to glue that down. So you don't really need to watch me glue that down, but I'm just going to fold that in and fold that in, and then that's going to glue down like so, because I'm going to actually put another piece on. Okay, back soon. Okay, hi everyone. I just thought I'd pop back in. I've finished gluing down all of the pieces that I wanted glued down. It is quite wet still, and so they are, that is the cardboard covered, and I'm going to let that dry now overnight. I'll probably put plastic underneath, a big A3 piece of plastic like the one I've got on the table, and also a plastic over the top, and then something to weight it down just so that it all adheres really nicely. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be finishing it, you know, with washi tape and with ephemera that I have around the place. Now I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the sheets to make it. So that was printing first a picture, a focal picture on the front in black and white. Could be colour if you wanted, but I just happen to have a black and white picture kicking about. And then I reprinted over the top with my papers, and I'm going to let that dry now, and then I'll come back in. I still might do some sort of work on this. I'm not going to leave it just as that, so we shall see tomorrow. Hey, okay, bye. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to trial this one and then just put one of those in with that, just to see whether that still works. Okay, so this piece of card, this flat bit, is 10.5 inches, which is 26.5 centimeters. I've put a dot in the center of it, and so I'm going to line up that and just cut a hole, punch a hole through. Well, that's not as sharp as the other one, that's for sure. That's one thing I would say for it, to go through the there, but anyway, not to worry. Might be too big for these two, I don't really know. Then we go. Okay, so I'm back. I've put the eyelet in there. Now, this piece of string cord, it's actually cord, is 25 inches or 62 centimeters long. Alright, I'm going to thread it through and around the book. This is the closure I haven't shown you, which was on that little flip book. And then I'm just going to knot the end. Like so. Then pulling it tight like so. I'm going to get another piece. Now this piece is just an offcut. I mean, it's 25 centimeters long, 10 inches long. I don't know that we'll need that much. It's just that it's, you know, it's the offcut that I cut. Now, the first thing you do is you make a loop like so, and you put the loop on there, and you have, it can be as big a loop just as long as you can pull things through at the end. Then you're going to wind 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we have got enough, so we might just do 4, 5 maybe. It's quite thick, this cord. Like that. Then you get this end and you bring it through the loop. Right, yes. And this bit here, which tightens the, you can see that tightens that loop. I can't zoom in because I've got my hands full. You see how it tightens the loop? Okay. And then you pull and wiggle until you've got that sort of underneath, under the knee. Like so. And that, now this can have little dangly things on it if you want, or you can just cut them and melt the cord down so it stays. But this now will slide along your book to close it. So that piece is there. So you could actually have, you know, quite a few bits and pieces dangling from there if you wished. What have I got kicking around that I could just show you? I mean, obviously, I have. You could put beads. You could put beads actually. Here's some beads. Always got things kicking around my studio. That's a bit big, that coil. But you could put a bead on the end. It depends, I suppose, where you're gonna what you're gonna do with it, where it's gonna be. Is it a bead gonna be in the way, or is it just going, you know, just put a bead, put a knot. I mean, I'm just doing this to show you. Obviously, you could have some more thought on that. I don't know if you could fit a pearl through that particular. There's a blue one. I could throw a blue one on there too. Just a different. Oh, mercy me. Alright. Can't take me anywhere. Right. Put a knot in that there. And also, I mean, obviously you could dangle some really lovely things that you've made in polymer or bronze or whatever around the place. Also, I was thinking you could yeah, no, I haven't got them in there. You could add those little bronze elements that I've got on other things. Yeah, like the bronze elements, you know, to make it look spectacular and how you want it to look. But it does depend on where you're storing it. I mean, obviously you wouldn't put beads on it if you actually wanted to keep it flat somewhere and so forth. Now, so that is how that is done. That is, and it's just, you pull it and that's it, pretty much. That's it. So undo it, you undo it and flip it across like that. So it will just dangle off. And I was just moving on, the reason the pencils were in there, I was actually just moving on to do some collaging on this. I wanted to put a bit of print down, musical print down the bottom, and that I popped out and found in the cupboard. You know how I do, find things in the cupboard. In this gorgeous colour. Obviously I bought them somewhere along the line. Very ephemera that I've just, yeah, purchased, and it's great little ephemera, really. You have a look at it, it's like, I don't know where I got it from. There's a, it's cute, isn't it? You should just scan that in and put it in the, if I hold it for long enough, you can probably like freeze frame, or yeah. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I have a little bit of water, and I have added a bit of the my beautiful Inktense pencils to it. Now I've chosen the orange and the blue because I'm going with at the moment. I'm just going to add a bit of colour to this bird. He doesn't have to, she doesn't have to, or he doesn't have to be completely coloured, but I just wanted to add a little bit more colour to the bird. And I'll probably have a bit of a play with the leaves and things in the background, but because it's Inktense, it's going to be permanent. I just want to add just a little bit more to it, and I will glue on that while I'm here. So you know me, I just keep on adding until it's something of my own. I don't want it to look like someone else's. I want it to look like I created it. And collage gives you that, doesn't it? The ability to make it your own, you know. Just get a wet one. Just make sure there's no glue sticking out the edges there. I don't know whether I'll do this on online or not, but anyway, this is I feel like everybody pretty much has the idea. I probably will get a green and do similar sort of things with the Inktense, and I know I've probably told you before, but you can colour and overlay different colors into it. So it's just bringing a bit more color into that picture, whatever picture it is. I was thinking I'll probably do some scripting down the side here, or I might actually have something I might want to use, and I might just go through my scripts and see whether or not any of them really, because I do want to make it my style, even though it's beautiful background color, but you need to make it your own, you know. You need to create I think I'd like some of that actually on there, but maybe only maybe takes you a while sometimes. Anyway, I will decide on that. Oh yeah, look, that one's nice. I like the design of that script better. Okay, we'll just put this away in my folder. Not too sure about that, but anyway, we'll just leave that there. Put this into the, oh goodness, what am I doing? Put that away. Okay. You know what I might do is I might actually just take the top and the bottom off that a little bit. This is done on a really ancient dictionary, and I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to glue that down on that seam area that's but I think I'm going to go over it with white or yellow paint. So I'm just going to let that dry. I am going to put something up there and I'm not too sure which. Could be that one. Or I could do, obviously, I could just create my own. But I quite like having the paper. You know how that is. Just make sure that's all. Alright, I'm going to leave it there for the second and I'll be back. I'll just let that dry and then I'll come back. Hi all, back again. So I've spent a little bit of time on just putting some colour into my bird, and as I said, I was going to get a brush and just, whoops, that is my IKEA paper measuring tape. Thank you, IKEA. Now this particular mix is it's any, well, it's any, you can make it any color. It doesn't have to be cream or beige or whatever you happen to have. But I've mixed it with a medium, a thinning medium, so that it's translucent, just some flow medium that I had kicking around. Not that I really use flow medium, but I really like what it does to the paint, the acrylic paint. And so I'm just going to do a bit of that in different spots for the moment. Not on there, but okay. Okay, I think that's all. I just want to mute some of it. Oh, I do like the speckles though. That's see how the speckles have dropped on there. Quite like that idea. I might actually add that as a thing. Alright, now just going to do that, and then I'm going to get my wet one and just stipple it back a bit, you know, just take off bits. Just makes it blend a little bit easier. Right, now I have, obviously I'm going to do more on that because I always do, and I'm really liking how that is on this side. So I'm going to do some sort of ink work, and I just finished making this stamp of one of my scripts, and it's a large stamp, and I'm going to put it on here, I think, down here or in the middle, to coordinate. Now whether or not I put paper on there too, I'm not too sure, but I will do that. But first of all, I have to wait for this to dry. Okay, so I'm going to leave this to dry. Now I have also, I've also added one of my little pieces that I did a while ago. It was just kicking around on the table, and I thought, well, I'm just going to add that in, glue that down. So I'm going to put, so I've got these plastic sheets, and what I do is I just cover everything over. So covering over like so. I only need two, and then I will weigh it down again with something heavy and leave it till it dries. Oops, sticky tape. And leave it till it dries a bit, and then I'll come in and make sure that everything's working well. Alright, and then when I come back, I'm going to probably get the jelly plate out and do that on the jelly plate, I think. Just one of my little ones, my little jelly plates, and it might be gold. I did use it when I did actually use this stamp with my embossing powder that I got some gold embossing powder, which I've never used before, and it's fabulous, and I love what it does, but I'm not too sure that it's something that I would do. I think I'd rather do, yeah, just the gold paint. But anyway, it was nice to know how that worked. Anyway, I will be back. I don't know whether this video is going to go to 2 videos though, because I keep talking. Sorry. See you after. Bye. Subscribe.